and we got going again last week in the Netherlands, which was good, and we're just trying to plan the rest of the summer with some ICC events and stuff like that.
Runs continue to flow. Nice shape from Hago, an outswinger, but although it found the outside edge because third man is up in the circle, it's going to run away for the third boundary of the over, and that really has swung the pendulum heavily in the favour of Ireland. On the home side at the halfway stage of the chase, 71 for 1 after 10, needing just 29 more runs to win. The men at the moment, they did miss out on not just World Cup qualification in that the most saddening of ways, the closest of ways, coming out on the bad side of DLS against West Indies, which meant they didn't get to the 2019 World Cup. But they're in Men's Cricket World Cup League 2 now, started well. Their last action on the pitch prior to that Netherlands series, a tri-series against the USA and the UAE, I think it was December 2019. There's lots of more international cricket to be played though in that series. As Lewis pulls that one to the deep, the runs continue to flow. Another boundary 4. Will you be hopeful that you'll be able to find a solution to get the remaining matches in that series played alongside the other 6 associates, the 7 teams playing in that Men's Cricket World Up League 2?
Yeah, and we've been on regular calls with ICC to try and find ways to make that happen, and we have options. We're planning with Nepal and Namibia to restart that in July. We're just trying to see where we can play that. We can't play it in Scotland because of red listed countries, being Namibia and Nepal. So I'm hopeful that July we'll be able to kickstart that series again and get that going, because it's important. And then obviously we're due to go to America in August, and then obviously preparation for the T20 World Cup.
And yeah, what I might ask you as well is just about the competitiveness of associate cricket just after this delivery. As Lewis watches on, it's really cutthroat. The results are so important. You come from a Zimbabwean background yourself, yeah. But the leading associates, it is dog eat dog. Every match matters. Yeah, and
that's one thing that I've been pleasantly surprised about is the quality and the strength of associate cricket, and as you say, the real hard matches and hard cricket that's played. So we have to prepare properly and make sure that we're at the top of our game to be able to compete properly, because they are tough matches, and that's associate cricket for you. And I think as people, other coaches will identify that it's a tough job, associate cricket, and it's got many different challenges.
The men's side is a very settled one, very confident one, lots of fine players, ably captained by Kyle Coates. George Munsey's been outstanding in recent times, Richie Barrington's superb. And Scotland perhaps on the world stage at the global events, as that one's hammered into the deep. A full toss, Ireland racing towards the finish line with another boundary. Good batting this time from the Irish women's captain Laura Delaney, but perhaps have underperformed on the big global stage, finally taking a first win at an ICC global event in 2016, but going to go back to a T20 World Cup now.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that Shane Berger and I are discussing, is how can we get better and how can we be more consistent. So it's about developing that existing squad of players and expanding it, and the under-19s is important as well, and players coming through on that. So it's not only about the here and now, it's about the next sort of 3 to 4 years, and having a side that is consistently performing at either T20 or 50 overs.
That T20 World Cup due to be played between October and November, currently scheduled for India. Quite likely we may see that move to the UAE. We'll wait to see how the COVID situation plays out. But an interesting group: Bangladesh, Namibia, T20 World Netherlands, who were the champions in the T20 World Cup qualifier in November. Currently scheduled for India. Quite likely we may see Gabby Lewis provides the most perfect textbook straight drive down the ground, all the way along the ground. T20 World Netherlands are racing towards the finish line. November in. Currently scheduled for India. 5 runs of a half century. Lewis provides the most perfect textbook straight drive down the ground, all the way along the ground. Over pitch. Netherlands are racing towards the finish line, straight down the ground. 2 sides will qualify from that live men's T20 World Cup. Scotland confident they can get past Bangladesh down the ground.
Yeah, we are. That's the goal. The goal is to get through that straight down the ground. But as we know,
2 sides will qualify from that live men's T20 World Cup.
We just really focusing on that Bangladesh down the ground. Yeah, we are. That's the goal. The goal is to get through that straight down the ground. But as we know that,
2 sides will qualify from that live men's T20 World Cup. So for men, it's probably the ODI cricket main preparing for the T20 World Cup. We'll try and find some some T20 cricket as well.
Yeah, there is, and those are the discussions we're having now. What do we do in terms of
ODI cricket mainly preparing for the T20 World Cup. We'll try and find some T20 cricket as well.
Yeah, there is, and those are the discussions we're having now.
11 overs gone, there's a scorecard. So we're 1 run shy of what would be the first 50 of the week. We haven't had huge and high scoring affairs. T20 cricket as well. This partnership between Lewis and Delaney. 11 overs gone, 7. Lewis playing the dominant role, 48 off 38. The first 50 of the week. We haven't had huge and high scoring affairs. Delaney, who was on her own admission saying in the post-match media interviews yesterday that she's been a little shy of runs and had wanted to start contributing with the bat this week, but very much for Delaney's side. On her own admission saying in the post-match media interviews yesterday that she's been a little shy of runs and had wanted to start contributing for one more over this week, but very much for Delaney's side. On her own conclusion, Gus Mackay with the big appeal. Gus Mackay has finally brought him out of wicket in the commentary box. It's been tough going for his side since he's entered. Or Delaney was looking to work that one to the leg side. She looked to walk right across her stumps. Finally Black got the finger up immediately. And the reason the finger went up is that Catherine Bryce has trapped her right in front. That's about as plumb as they come.
Yes, no, it's good to see. And look, I think just these 4 games have been great for both. Ireland have played
in the commentary box. It's been tough going for his side since he's entered. Or Delaney was looking to work that one to the leg side. She looked to walk right across her stumps.
Away from this week. That we can build on going forward.
Got the finger up immediately. Talk to us a little bit about your relationship with Cricket Ireland. Warren Dutram, the CEO, and Richard Holt, about looking to work closely with into the future. Relationships like this between the Celtic cousins very important.
Absolutely, and I'd just like to thank everyone. Pick up the element of the role, but it's just been great, and that's what it's about. It's just delivering, and for me, cricket's the winner this week.
Yeah, after some dark days in the winter, there was some real despair for both sides involved at the manga for this series, but it's very much a case of third time lucky. Just a little bit about Shauna Kavanagh comes in at number 4 for Ireland. Warren Dutram just 15 more runs to win. Gus, looking forward to your home summer. How much cricket will you have altogether? Is the club game up and running yet?
Yeah, so we've got the club game up and running. We have got some challenges with Glasgow in level 3, so that's presenting us a little bit of a challenge. We've got men's regional series starting in a couple of weeks, and we've said all along that cricket is safe. It's what happens outside the boundary that we control. So, fingers crossed that we get a full season both at club level, which is an important part of the game, juniors, and some international cricket, both men's and women's. So there's going to be a lot to do. Some challenges on the way. It's relationships like this between the Celtic cousins very important. It's going to be the moment. It's not. Gabby Lewis has holed out on 49. Remarkably, we're not going to see a 50 made this week. It was the pandemic to deal with. There's going to be a lot to do, which we've all learnt about. And we just got to keep going and try and find ways to make the game happen.
Has holed out on 49. Remarkably, we're not going to see a 50 made this week.
We are
the new batter to the crease.
It does have its challenges.
Zorna Prendergast, one of the stars of the week. Those 3 players going down to the 100. That's going to be a magnificent experience for them. Sarah Bryce, Catherine Bryce,
yeah, it is. And they work hard at the game. It's evident. Just got to keep going and try and find every challenge, their experience. We are that's what we need to. We've got some really talented. We've got 3 players going down to the 100. That's going to be a magnificent experience for them. Sarah Bryce, Catherine Bryce, yeah, it is. We work hard at the game to try and find ways to. Gus,
we want to thank you for your time. I'm sorry it's been a shorter stint in the commentary box. The game is getting away from Celtic. We'll bid you farewell. Safe travels back to Scotland. We hope to see you here in Ireland in the history together. So often on this very similar trajectory through history, and then just in recent years perhaps Ireland pulling away a little bit with that. Was Gus Mackay, the Cricket Scotland CEO. Fantastic to have follow, and is that the ambition for Scotland? His thoughts and
very much that's our ambition in Australia.
It's fair to say an incredibly difficult start to his tenure as Cricket Scotland CEO. Not sure anyone could have predicted what we have all been living through, both in a sporting sense and a non-sporting sense. Tabitha Maksud to have a change of ends. So we've just got bowling from the end where she's been so effective, and you have to question why she's not been bowling from that end right from the start. Wickets continuing to fall here. A late wobble from Ireland is the series still alive.
The Dundonald end.
Look at this.
9
it was
overs
a
gone.
bouncing, ripping leg break for
one.
the 3 players who, as we just said, are we going down to the 100.
Ireland women requiring a
Back and across
over
from
to
Orla Prendergast. No real foot movement, and the fine edge through to the keeper, Sarah Bryce, who, as she has all week, showing what a star she is. We've got Andrew Blair White coming back to join me in the commentary box, and just a little late wobble from Ireland here, Andrew.
Yeah, certainly making things a little bit interesting here. 3 wickets in the last 7 deliveries, and it's good delivery from Maksud. It was a good option from the captain as well, Catherine Bryce, to bring her leg spinner back into the attack and immediately gets the rewards. Sees Lara Moritz come to the crease here, and I suspect around an over ago she wouldn't have expected to have needed to bat.
No, mad scramble to get the pads on, no doubt. And the shout from the Scottish camp on the side is and again, can they find a way back into this match? We could have late drama in Stormont. We thought this game was easing to a very one-sided conclusion, but Scotland fighting hard, and all of a sudden just signs of some nerves from Ireland.
Yeah, a little bit of nervy running there. Good fielding from Hago at backward point, making sure no easy singles got, and suddenly Scotland are sensing that there may be something left.
And all of a sudden Tatha Maksud has it on a drawstring, and I just don't understand why she was brought into the attack from the Dundonald end of the ground initially.
And it happened in game 2 as well, where she came on from the Dundonald end.
And Lara Moritz gets away with just a little punch into the offside.
Yeah, good cricket from Moritz. Shown herself off to be more than useful with the bat. This week has worked very hard on her batting in recent years. Obviously predominantly known for her seam bowling, but becoming a very useful all-rounder now for Ireland.
Just a drag down from Maksud, and a really good cut shot from Kavanagh is going to quell any of those wobbles and worries that were coming from the Irish camp, but it's right out towards the Irish camp. The boundary's hit and the claps come in. It was 3 wickets and 7 deliveries they lost, but that boundary from Kavanagh just settles the nerves. Yeah,
excellent from Shauna Kavanagh, who's been very good with bat in hand throughout this week. Has played some very good knocks, and now she'll be sensing a not out here to bring her side over the line.
So 13 overs gone, 91 for 4. Ireland women are 9 runs shy of chasing down this total and taking with it the Celtic International T20 Challenge Series. It's been a wonderful week of cricket. 4 matches, 4 T20Is, back-to-back days. There's going to be some tired bodies at the end of this week, there's no doubt. But we have waited a long, long time for today. Not just today, but this entire week. It's been over 600 days, and Andrew, I think it's fair to say it's been worth the wait.
100%. It's been fantastic weather up here in Stormont, obviously common sense prevailing, using that reserve day on Tuesday, and we've gotten 4 beautiful days in a row.
Just down the leg side, going to be signalled wide by Rowley Black. Yeah, the biggest crowd of the week, enjoying the sunshine, and let's hope that that's what we have set ahead. A big summer of cricket in Ireland and overseas for the Irish men's and women's sides. Just a little fumble in a misfield. They're going to get through for 1.
Yeah, good pressure being put on the fielders by Moritz. They're looking for that single and just to scamper through, and just 7 runs required now for Ireland to bring up what would be a real morale boosting series victory. Good bowling from Catherine Bryce, though. She hasn't let this one go down without a fight.
And close out the series
pace
with
up well. A little half appeal to Shauna Kavanagh there.
watchful. Yeah, Catherine Bryce, one of the stars of the show this week. Herself and her sister with the gloves on. Maybe haven't had the scale of impact that they were hoping, though.
No, well, probably they haven't had the weight of runs they would have been hoping for, with especially Sarah Bryce behind the stump, such a good batter in her day. Oh, that's going to be wides. That's the call from Rowley Black. No, sorry, he's reversed his decision. It's come off the bat of Shauna Kavanagh there and gone down for 4.
Always like to see that from an umpire. If they feel like they've immediately made a decision they get wrong, they fold their arms across the chest. Nothing wrong with saying that you have got it wrong as long as you correct it. I think Kavanagh even indicating to Rowley Black as she ran towards him that she had indeed hit that. And could this be the winning moment? It's come off the outside edge, and that is going to be that. Ireland women are going to take the match today, and with it they're going to take the series. Running out 3-1 winners. Really impressive stuff. And from the girls in green, the way they've bounced back, it won't be the shot that they'll want to remember. Coming off an outside edge, it would have gone straight to first slip, but no slip in place, and any of those late worries with the 3 quick wickets falling in the chase have been put to bed by Shauna Kavanagh and Laura Moritz. Kavanagh's had a really good week with the gloves and with the bat, coming into her own in the Irish middle order, and quite fitting that she's the one that's hit the winning runs.
Yeah, exactly. Taking on more of a leadership role now within this side. She's played an awful lot of cricket and has been promoted up to number 4 as a result, and has played some fantastic innings and also been very good with the gloves in hand, and a thoroughly deserved series victory in the end for Ireland. They'd have been disappointed with Monday, but the last 3 days have been absolutely excellent from them, and plenty of positives to have gained.
Yeah, great respect, warm respect between the two sides. We heard Gus Mackay speak about the importance of this relationship between Cricket Ireland and Cricket Scotland. The Celtic neighbours, just a short ferry ride over from Scotland to Northern Ireland. It's after 2 aborted attempts during the winter trying to get down to La Manga to get a return to international cricket. It's instead been in the sunny climes of Stormont here in Northern Ireland. Maybe not quite at the same temperatures it would have been down in Spain, but it's been a glorious week. It's been really, really good cricket on show, and for me, critically under throughout the week, and Ireland in particular have shown great improvement.
Yeah, I think on Monday there was a bit of ring rustiness from everybody really, both the Scottish and Irish teams. We've seen this Irish team really begin to blossom throughout the week. Players such as Orla Prendergast, Shauna Kavanagh, Gabby Lewis now becoming the senior guard within this side and have taken that mantle up brilliantly, and this series win will do plenty for Ed Joyce's coach, all of his backroom team and the girls themselves. An awful lot of positives to take, and winning a series so early on this return to international cricket for them can only be seen as an extreme positive, and a little bit of a monkey off the back chasing down 100 today. As we have a look at the Scottish women's scorecard today, very good innings from Megan McCall at the end there, 30 not out just from 29 deliveries. Catherine Bryce got into the 20s, but unfortunately they weren't able to probably build around somebody big in that innings.
No, Megan McCall was really the only thing that gave Scotland any hope, but the Irish bowlers, what a week it's been for Leah Paul, the leading wicket taker with 9 wickets, 2 clear at the top of the table. You can see the sides gathering for the post-match presentation, but that was the chase. It was all about Gabby Lewis. She made it look very easy, looked at her fluent best, a couple of really pleasing drives straight down the ground, some aggressive attacking pull strokes as well, 49 off 40 deliveries for her, and good to see Laura Delaney back in the runs for Ireland as well.
Yeah, she looked much more like herself the last 2 days. Laura Delaney getting back into a bit of groove, having looked a little bit sticky for the first few games. Scottish women, they tried hard with the ball. Again, wickets for Bryce and a wicket for Maxud, who's been impressive throughout the week.
Yeah, Maxud's leg breaks are something that Scotland will take from this week, no doubt. And although they've gone down to a 3-1 defeat, some promising signs for them as well, and you can see both sides gathering with the social distancing. This entire series being played within the bubble, of course, and I think a special note from us, all the commentary team and everyone involved in our production, of thanks to everyone involved with both Cricket Ireland and Cricket Scotland for making this series possible. It has not been easy, having to bring the players into the bubble, regular testing, We haven't been able to have really any contact with them outside of a socially distanced interview with the player of the match, but it's a needs must, and it's been really good to get cricket back on the island of Ireland, international cricket.
Yeah, it's been an absolute privilege to be here, Andrew, with yourself, with Isabel, with Alan Lewis on Monday as well. It's just a pleasure to be at these games, being able to call them and see such good cricket, and see, most importantly, international cricket back.
Yeah, international cricket back on the island of Ireland, and for all the Irish fans watching on from all around the world, plenty of expats watching on as well, they are going to be delighted with the fact that Irish women have taken the series 3-1, this Celtic International T20 Challenge Series, bouncing back an 11-run defeat in Game 1. A devastating loss, really, and you'd have to question whether or not there are going to be some scars from that defeat, but Ed Joyce and his coaching staff, Glenn Quirrell, Jay the analyst, Beth the manager, they've done a phenomenal job at getting their team back into a good mindset. Dominant win in Game 2, winning by 61 runs. Gabby Lewis, the player of the match that day, for 47. She might be in the mix for the player of the match today. We'll have to wait and see. Game 3 yesterday, running out by 41 run winners. Orla Prendergast, the player of the match there. A really sharp spell of fast bowling and a career best for Shauna Kavanagh with 37. And today, even though Ireland were chasing, they managed to get the job done, running out 6 wickets winners. The score of 99 for 7 from Scotland was never really going to be enough. And with that, we will get over for the post-series presentation. Ireland the champions, 3-1. Let's find out who's going to be the player of the match and the player of the series. Let's go over to Isabel Joyce.
Post-match presentation of the Celtic International T20 Challenge Series between Ireland and Scotland women. The presentation party today, we have Philip Black, President of Cricket Ireland, the 2 captains, Ireland's Laura Delaney and Scotland's Catherine Bryce. But before we move on to the player of the series and speak to those 3 people, on to today's match. No performers: Leah Pull with her 3 wickets in 1 remarkable over. Megan McCall made 30 runs, but the player of the match for her 49 is Gabby Lewis.
Should have gone the other way.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
Gabby, another 40 and match-winning performance. It looked like you were striking the ball really well today.
Yeah, obviously it was a great performance from the whole team. To get up to a start like we did, I think it was great, which allowed obviously Dells and them to come in and play more free, which was good. Obviously credit to the bowlers, we bowled really well today. We stuck it. There was a few nitty-gritty partnerships, but we broke them as soon as they came in, so it was brilliant to see.
A loss on Monday.